AI art is toxic, dystopian trash. Hello humans, I'm Laura Scott, the Storytelling Saiyan, and we need to talk about AI and its impact on artists of all kinds, and just in the world in general. It's been featured in the news a lot over the past year, both good and bad, and I'm sure there are some good uses for AI, but AI art itself is toxic, dystopian trash that is being used to steal credit from original artists and just living people. And it's showing a great disconnect that some people have when it comes to consuming and interacting and producing creative media. I am sure there are some good things about creating AI art if it's done ethically. Like, I know AI can be used in medical science and probably some other sciences too, in marketing. Maybe someone can create AI art on a data set of their own artwork, even though I think that's defeating the purpose of artists, which is growth. That's one of the purposes of artwork. And I guess AI art is ethical if artists willingly contribute to an AI dataset and are compensated for it. And I know that there are some smaller creators that use AI art because they can't afford to pay a real artist yet. I'll get back to that. I'm trying to think of something somewhat positive to say about AI, and I have heard that it can help with people with disabilities or with educational limitations. There are some good things about AI. Like, I want to say something positive about AI art, but I think of what AI bros feel about AI art. I get this undercurrent of ego and arrogance that AI art can replace real artists and produce art better and faster than a living person. And this is why AI art is dystopian trash, because I feel AI artists completely do not understand the meaning of art itself and why it has economic value. And I'm talking about AI bros. I'm not talking about just like people who are experimenting or anything like that. People who try to make a profit off of it. You know, these AI artists want to get into the game of art creation without the desire to know what truly goes into creating, processing a work from yourself, from start to finish. What is AI art for artists? AI art's creation is based on the knowledge and works of real living artists. And I'm not just talking about people who draw, I'm talking about writers, game devs, photographers, models. I'm talking about creation of media through living bodies, all kinds of art. So AI art is trained on actual artwork, almost always by artists who have shared their works in the world. AI programs do not experience or remember things. It can only produce an image based off what it's fed. AI art is only possible because of the artwork of other people. And unfortunately, it's often done against people's will, and AI art cannot function without the many examples of other artists in the world to spit out an imitation of it. How many artists have said that an AI program had recreated their art style without their consent or compensation? AI art fills up social media like DeviantArt and ArtStation and marketplaces like Amazon itself. Apparently, AI books, nonsensical, poorly written books have been flooding Amazon, which drowns out the thoughtful works created by living human brains. Which is why, while I have my ebook Niche Tales on Amazon, I always encourage you to buy from my website, alorascott.com, because you know that I want you to read this, so you know what you're getting. And it helps me out, an independent creator. And it's just a nicer, cleaner user experience. AI art is pushing people out of jobs, voice acting, advertising, and soon it will be TV shows and movies themselves, they wish, if we let them have their way. It breaks my heart that so many artists and creators feel like they're being replaced and losing their dreams because businesses and commissioners and professional jobs that want to save some money, they want to cut out the people who actually create. They don't want to let all ships rise. But no one should give up as a creator or as an audience member who wants to experience good human expression and creativity. I'll talk about ways that we can come together on this later. AI art is abusive. It started when concerts and Super Bowl shows featuring dancing, singing, and playing holograms of dead artists. There was some outrage for it, but people seem to have forgotten about it. So I mentioned how I felt a lot of AI bros were arrogant in thinking that they were replacing artists of all genres or producing better art. God help us. This fucking mentality that also seems to be reflective in them Hollywood executives. They believe that art should just be a product for sale and consumption, a dish served exactly how the user wants to interact with it, without including the creators. Scan up a cute anime girl with 6 fingers on one hand and melted skin claws on the other. AI porn is definitely going to be a thing because fuck OnlyFans and adult models. We want to have their porn without supporting the person behind it. AI art cuts corners, right out of a dystopia, leaving work to look disingenuous and unreal. There's no depth or connection. And this disconnect extends into violence and danger. I've seen more than one influencer have her face or body featured in deepfake porn without their consent and to their distress. The people who created this shit did not see these influencers in their whole personhood and what they truly offer to the internet. And I can tell you how that might be dangerous with images of children on the internet. I'm asking you to try not to post your kids on the great wide internet. It should not be that you can take someone else's face, voice, or body and do whatever you want with it. AI art can be used to humiliate, destroy someone's reputation and their self-esteem and their sense of privacy. It becomes a lie. AI art is a way to trick people and mock people into believing what they are seeing, distorted from the truth. That is dangerous. And that's not what art is about. AI bros, as I'll affectionately call them, in general don't understand the work that goes into art creation, the thought process, the effort, the time, the mood. Art is a reflection of our times. It changes and shifts and is expressed differently through the same artists over time and over many hours they put into their work. AI art does not understand that. It just chews up what it's been fed, then oozes out a result with spit still attached to the lip. It's a Frankenstein machine and not meant to offer any value or reflection outside of what it's created for, like what project or whatever. There's no depth to it. AI art is toxic dystopian trash because it is built off the unwilling bodies of other people, whether through their work or their actual personhood. AI art makes it so creation does not belong to the creators. So what can be done? I think the first thought in creatives' minds should be that I am making something from my life, with my life. Next, we should remind ourselves that AI technology and the people who use them do not understand the connection that people have with creative media. When we see something beautiful or unique that someone else has made, it makes us reflect on who we are in this world and what we're capable of. AI art will never know what it is to cry or experience a death or absolute joy and laughing. It can produce a picture of it, but it will never be of it, So as creatives, how can we combat AI? By sticking together, hyping each other up, supporting each other. Look at the strike. All these creative people understand their value, their life's work, and are pushing for a collective improvement on their working lives. I think indie artists should band together to offer their audiences an experience from a host of talents. I know audiences want to experience good, true media, in my case storytelling, as a way to connect with that artist and to enrich themselves, you know? Like, we should all be lifting all boats. A high tide lifts all boats. While we're lifting every voice, I think AI artists should glaze their work and use other programs to put a mask over their artwork. Please tell me other ones you know other than GLAZE in the comments. Call out companies that use AI art if you find your artwork in these AI programs or data sets. Demand that it be taken down and purged. Know that you're not alone. You know, I'm a new artist, but I stand with you. I'm right with you. Other artists stand with you. Our lives have value. Our lives are important. What we have to offer to the world, you know, our ideas, our creation, that is important, and we should show each other by working together and show the world that we're needed. You know, you can't copy us and think it's the same thing or attempt to copy us. Mash us together like chicken parts. How many bored websites like DeviantArt and ArtStation have multiples of the same exact AI work showing up on their pages, usually their front pages? Best we can do is go to websites and apps that don't allow AI art, like Inkblot and Artful. Best we can do is to keep creating, glaze our artwork, connect with each other, lift every voice, and show why art is important and has value, even though I've already said this. Now, I know that there are some small creators who use AI art because they can't afford to pay an artist. I think you should bite the bullet and make the payments when you're able. Put yourself out there and find maybe another small artist who is just getting started out. By the way, new artists who take commissions, put yourself out there too so you can be found. But yeah, smaller creators should collaborate together so that you both have something good, something added to your portfolio, you know, and your experience. That's what the artist incentive has to be right now. Now more than ever, we artists need to lift our voices. So just value your art, value yourself, value your life. And that's my thoughts on AI art. It sludges up people's timelines and it distorts what is real and what we are capable of. It's a dangerous violation of privacy and consent. It's theft in every sense of the word. Trying to make a quick, dirty buck. I want to know your thoughts in the comments, and especially some good strategies we can use to stand above AI art and uplift real artists. And I wrote and illustrated a story for you about AI art. That comes out either tomorrow or maybe the next day, unless it's already out. And I promise you, no AI could create something like what I have in store for you. Same with my illustrated romance, Niche Tales Under Her Skin. Get it on alorascott.com. Alright, I will see y'all next time. Thank you for watching, and thank you for following me on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Goodbye.